I'm telling you won't believe the level of excitement, man. Excitement, the vim boom, show some love, man. well, I'm talking to a couple today, you know, and what I'm doing is that there's one part of the couple who's very well known, very, very well respected, that we see most of the time, but we don't usually encounter their other half, their better half, their significant half, whichever half is a great half. So today we're going to be looking at the other half. You'll be wondering about who is he or she linked to, and then before you know it, she will introduce the half that we know. But in the meantime, put your hands together, show some love for Auntie Flores. There, thank you. Please. Okay, Auntie Florence in the house. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we shall get busy.
It's gonna get sweeter than guinea fowl. It's the KSM Show.
The KSM Show.
We're back, and I'm so excited, and I'm sure so you are. We're going to be talking to Auntie Florence. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's an honor, it's a pleasure, and it's everything to have you here on my show.
I mean, it's overwhelming.
It's overwhelming.
Yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
You're
by
doing
God's
good.
grace.
Fantastic, fantastic. And I know you are into several ministries or particular. Tell me more about the stuff that you do.
I'm into ministry currently very much with Aglo International.
Okay.
As the area chairperson for Accra. And then, you know, we do this intercessory prayer with Honorable Gift Afeni. And I'm also there with them. And I also cater. I'm a caterer as well. Yeah.
Well, for your catering, I'm very, very, very closely associated to your meat pie, man. You make the best meat pies in the world, man.
Thank you.
Well, very soon as we start to talk, you'll get to know more of her. I'm sure there are people who know her already who say, oh, let's hear you, but most of you don't know who we're talking to, I hope. And so generally, what outside of your catering and your ministry, do you do anything to relax that is not non-work?
I do a bit of aerobics. I have time for aerobics.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a tutor actually.
You have a tutor?
Yeah, he comes home.
Wow.
So that's for also relaxing, you know. And then I love to have a lot of people around me.
Oh, yeah?
We do a lot of chatting, Bible studying, and then praying a lot.
Very important, huh?
Yeah.
Because I know, I will hear the announcements from Women Aglo, and it's always about getting people together. But what I like is that you insist that they come with Ghana flags, wearing white. It's non-partisan. You have this idea of a nation that you're trying to pray for, not, right? Is that a conscious thing?
Yeah, it's very true. We feel that we've been called to stand in for the nation. So when there is no one there, we are all around in the 10 regions, you know, on every third Saturday of the month.
Every third Saturday?
Yeah, of the month.
So you do it nationally?
Nationally, every month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I hear it's happening at the Accra Independence Square, I just assume it's only in Accra.
No, you find the write-ups coming up where you can get it in all the regions. Most of the Jubilee parks.
Is it going to be like an official church sooner than later?
Or no,
Aglo
is not a church. And I don't see it becoming a church.
You don't see it, yeah.
Just gathering. Now we are Aglo International. I didn't say we base Aglo because men are also allowed to come. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm learning that for the first time. So the men can come in?
Yeah, now we have men in our fellowships.
Okay, so it's now Aglo International.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are saying that every nation touch, every heart change. So if it is so, then why leave the men behind? We are pulling them, but they cannot be leaders.
They can't be leaders?
No.
Really?
They can support us.
They can come and support, but you don't want them in leadership role?
That is not the call.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, we invited you here because we wanted to meet the other half of a gentleman that I just simply say he's a man to respect. you know. Before we introduce him, how long have you been married to him?
Almost 34.
Almost 34. Wow. Put your hands together, man. Wow. What was your initial attraction? When you 34 years ago, what did you do that?
We were all in the same theater group, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to act.
Oh.
In fact,
Okay.
he was the leader.
Oh, he was a leader. Wow.
The J Theater in Youth for Christ.
I see.
That was where I first met him.
So he was the leader and you became a member?
Yes, I was a member and I was acting for him.
You acted for him? Hey! And then the sparks started flying. You're like, hey, this our director, Onyebado.
Well, I think it was one of the things you say, Jesus connection.
That's Jesus connection. And they won't do.
Hey, serious. I mean,
Serious.
wasn't on a silver platter, you know.
Was it? Wow. Okay, we have to get him here so that we hear his take on this whole thing. And also, so much this man has offered and has to offer. And so does his wife, by the way. Can you do us the honor and introduce the gentleman we're all waiting for?
That is Mr. James Whyte, popularly known as Uncle Whyte, you know, circles. And
Show some love, Uncle Lydia. All right. Oh, Uncle Wakwaba.
Thank you.
So good to have you here, man. I feel blessed today, man. I feel blessed to be sitting across Uncle Whyte and Niri on my show. My shaman, you nyam. Okay, you need no introduction, you know. We wanted to see.
Well, neither does she, except that you don't move in her circles. But
I guess. Yeah.
she has a bigger name than mine.
Really?
Yeah.
In her circles?
Yeah, in some places I'm known as Mrs. Whyte's husband.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. So I may not end up surprising many people as I think.
Oh, no.
Oh.
The agro platform is huge.
Very, very huge.
And
very, very
international and national. So there I'm sure about this time people are calling people and say, my phone, my television.
Sandra.
They call you Sandra?
Yeah, I'm Florence Sandra.
Okay.
So I kept the Florence for him because he loved it. So any other person says,
When I met her, she was Florence.
What about, so what,
Then after I had married her, then I realized that she had another name.
Okay.
Sandra, and that was quite a disappointment.
he didn't want to know. I think he caught up with the Florence so much.
Florence, yeah. That was the lady him. But let's backtrack a little bit. Uncle Bo, you were apparently a leader of a theater group. What's that year, Che?
75.
75?
Yes.
Wow.
That's when I wrote and produced my first play.
In 1975?
75, yes.
At what point did she join the group?
76.
76?
Yeah.
1 year later. And Uncle Bo, what happened?
It's a very long story. The group had for members people who were still in school.
Okay.
She joined, she was already out of school, she was working. So she became, by default, on account of her background and her experience in life, one of the key and rising, the key people, older, mature people. So what I did was that whenever a mature person came, we co-opted her or him into leadership so that he could help mentor the other younger ones. And then she came in at the time when a play was ready and I was getting ready to cast. And there was the role of the mother. This was Oh, My Son. And I thought she fitted the role, her physique and everything. So I gave her the role. And then what I didn't know was that one of the girls in the group, who was also an executive member of the group, had eyed that particular role. So she mobilized the other members of the executive, and they went into an aluta. So
really?
They summoned me to a meeting, And as this lady you've given the role to, do you know her? Do you know her background? How do you know she's even a Christian and committed and things like that? How do you know she's not messing up her life? So we put her, you give her a platform, you've given her a platform. If she turns out to be the wrong sort, have you seen what kind of damage you're causing? And initially, I ignored it. Then, but they were quite keen on getting her out.
Wow.
One day, they come back at me and said, they have apple. What's the apple? Someone has found her on the bus. Those were the times when Omnibus
Yes, was
ran.
working.
On the bus at 4:30 a.m., wearing the same dress she was wearing the night before. Ooh. Implication being she had not slept at home.
Charlie.
So she has gone to do a washing.
A washing.
So the issue is, you see, we told you. So I said, okay, guys, you chill. If it is true that that's the kind of life she's living, then she's come to the right place, because what we're doing is meant to change lives like that. So let's investigate this. So that's the first time I went to her house.
Okay.
And I told her what I found, what they had, the information. So someone said he saw you in a bus at 4:30 a.m. wearing the same dress you were wearing the night before. Was on. And then she said, oh, I know who it was, because obviously she has seen the person on the bus. She was living in Tema, in Accra, working in Accra, but her parents lived in Tema. Then on this particular day, her parents sent an SOS. We need to see you. So when she closed from Accra, she went to Tema, hoping to make it a return journey. Got to Tema, and the issues were such that she couldn't return. So early in the morning, she set off so she could come back home, change
and go to work.
For work. So that is how come she was wearing the same dress. Wow. So that led on to more talking. So that was the first time the two of us had sat down. So in trying to drive her away, what they succeeded was that they drove me to her. You know? So that's the story.
Wow, wow. So was it that you would have done for any member, or there's a particular thing about this member?
I would have done for any member. Okay. I took my leadership role very seriously.
Okay.
So at that point, there was nothing of this chick who's come. There were boys in the group who did that. And even now in my group, there are boys who are like dogs, you know. As soon as a pretty girl, hey, who is this? Who is this? But I've never been that kind of person.
Wow.
No, I've never been. So it took a while. It's a relationship that developed gradually over a period of time, without any strings attached. You know, it was not as if this is my target.
This is,
no.
Yeah.
It was, I was totally sold on to ministry.
I think for us, when he came to visit and was asking all this, how were you processing it? That, this is just a leader who's very interested in making sure that the right things are done in the group, or maybe this leader might be a little interested in me.
No, it didn't come. No. It was a long time after that. But I knew he wanted to. It was a leader doing his own thing. So that was... in actual fact, I had a type of man I wanted to marry. Fancy, yes. But very fair and tall. So you see, in the first place, I was not eyeing him at that time, you know, because...
When did you start eyeing? when did the eyeing start?
Maybe after 4 years.
After 4 years?
Oh, yes.
Really?
We were very good friends, actually, but at that point,
wow.
I felt that something has started tingling.
So, okay, well, let me ask you this, since you also do counseling, for the benefit of those who are listening to us. What is realistic? How long should the wait be? Should there be a certain...
No, it depends on the people. It depends on the people. It depends on their circumstances. For instance, if you are the kind of people who are both busy and you don't have that much time together, then your 1 year may not be my 1 year where I'm seeing the person every day. Do you understand me? So there can't be any rule on that. I think people should take it at their own pace.
Okay.
I would prefer people not to rush into the decision of getting married because even under the best of circumstances, that decision could come under pressure when the reality dawns. Because marriage is not easy, and I don't think I get very irritated and very angry at the people who want to push everybody to get married. I think it's one of the most stupid things to ever say to anybody. Because you, the foolish person asking that question, cannot be more eager to see that person married than that person is.
Exactly.
Now, there's a reason why he's waiting, so shut up. And pastors do that a lot, and I think it's stupid. Elderly people do that a lot. And the interesting thing, what I found, is that it is always the people who are in terrible marriages who are pushing other people to get married.
Really?
If you find a pastor, and I'm putting it out there for Ghana, if you find a pastor who is always pushing people to get married, now what are you in here?
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
But so,
those in good marriages, they would advise you to take your time. People whose marriages are working, they understand. They are more interested in knowing, is there any issue? What's happening? They will not put pressure.
why is that though? Because if it's not working and they are not enjoying it, you would think logically that they will try and discourage it. Why would they want you or push this issue?
My understanding is that people always want something to hide their reality. And so they act opposite to their reality in the hope that you believe. For instance, another thing that I found, and I'm going to give that one out for church members. If you find a topic that your pastor is always preaching on, that is his personal problem.
Really?
So you find a pastor who is always preaching against fornication and sexual impurity. Trust me, he has that in his life.
So indirectly, they are advising themselves. Or what do they think they are doing?
No. They are only trying to throw you off their scent.
Wow.
So that you never. So you go away and say, Pastor, dear, so the second one said no, Pastor.
Wow. I think, Florence, what's your take on everything that he's saying? Are you, as he's saying, do you concur?
No, I must tell you that my views alarm her.
They alarm her?
Yeah, alarm her. So.
Well, you've been married 35 years. He still alarms you?
Yes.
Really?
Hey. Especially some of the things I say on stage.
Oh, when you watch his plays?
Yes, I can't believe that it's coming from him.
Oh, really?
He knows, I told him.
That you don't believe it's coming from him?
And then some others will come to me too and say, hey, that's why I spoiled Pao. Is that how it is? some of them will also say he's backslided.
Oh, really?
But most of the times, I marvel at some of the things I see.
What did you see, for example? Do you remember one particular one that... I think I've seen all his plays, so I...
Yes. I don't want to say it.
You don't want to say it?
I think that in £1 million, the costume I permitted the people to wear,
Okay.
especially the dancers, and then
Turning to the audience and...
This is getting
I
exciting.
didn't know he could do that.
This is getting exciting. Let's pause for a commercial break. When we come back, we have to continue this more. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Be right back.
The KSM Show.